The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Watson throwing quickly to Hopkins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Alert, alert.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson rolling to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep. Right. It's caught inside the 25. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
That's where having a mobile quarterback really pays dividends, because that old school stand in the pocket, make your throw guy, he doesn't make that play.
In addition to the mobility, how about his eyes? Just kept them downfield, locked on the target, created a big play out of it.
Didn't matter the chaos around him. He still found his guy.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. He's got Fuller. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. This is Miller. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Hey, 31.
Maybe a free play for Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Hey, check. 24. Check 31. Hey, 24. Go. Hey, Mark 52.
Now it's Watson. That is caught. Hopkins. 8 yards on the touchdown pass as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Looking deep for Adams. This is caught inside the 15. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, 61 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Miller. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later. That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
Watson, off play action. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Watson, he finds Hopkins complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Watson now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. Off of play action, it's Watson. Flush to his right. And a catch made by Hopkins. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one goes for 30 yards.
Check 4. Check 4. He's cracked. He's checking crack. Check. Fresno. Motion.
To the air yet again. Watson. Forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins in the final seconds of the first half as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand-new ball game. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. No. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. And with that, they're down to one remaining here in this second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Again, it's Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left. Try to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. 42 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Rodgers going to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he will have a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Packers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL...
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Now Rodgers. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
Out of the gun, Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. That's complete once again to Hopkins. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Watch the run, watch the run. Mike 52, Mike 52, Mike 54. Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous. Check motion.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Preston Smith able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Where's the set? 19! Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. 54! 52, the Mike. Mike 52, Mike 52. Hey, tight, tight. Mike 52, Mike 52. Record. That's it. Check 52's the Mike. Check 52's the Mike. 55! He's trash. Let's go. 52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic.
From the gun, Watson. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Preston Smith in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Here's Brian Anger now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. On the return is Irvin. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
At their own 41-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Now they air it out to start the drive, and it's complete. The Clemson connection. Watson to Hopkins for a big one. 59 yards. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Watson, and he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Zadarius Smith, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look to grab a late lead. On 2nd and goal, Watson. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. Have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
Steps away to his left. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. Now Rodgers. Making the catch is Sternberger. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Now Jones. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Vernon Hargreaves with a pick. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
So now on comes the field goal unit. And this will be a, shall we say, a rather optimistic try here.
That's our ball, baby. Go in the other way. Banana, 158. Jump out.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
Rodgers to throw. He's going to let it fly. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. One receiver left, 3 to the right. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to... Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
And now this is either a fake or their coach is delusional. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. And they're able to pick up the first and keep possession. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
It's just me and you. Line up, go.
Throwing now, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Going deep for Hopkins. This is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 58 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. Deshaun Watson, he's a lot of fun to watch in the pocket, but when he's forced out of the pocket like that, he can make those big plays downfield.
Almost a bad thing when you're pass rushing and you force a Deshaun Watson out of the pocket. He creates extra time. He has the poise to keep his eyes downfield and locate receivers, and it turns into a little bit of a scramble drill for the defensive backs. Where is everyone? And Deshaun Watson finds his target for a big, big play.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.